Welcome once again to the Elegantly Raw Tidbits every weekday here at this time for just a few minutes, 5 to 15 minutes the most. This same platform, Monday to Friday. So today I'm speaking about redefining love. This is really important because when I was a teenager, yes, I was a teenager, I discovered The Prophet, the book and poems of the Prophet by Khalid Gibran. It had the most profound effect on me. Before that, I used to hang out a lot in the library reading Marcus Aurelius. And from Marcus Aurelius, I was opened up. My heart was cracked in pieces and opened up to all the many ways that love was to show up in my life after that. Because in truth, I don't think I'd ever heard the word love before being discussed. Did your parents discuss love with you? Did they explain anything about love to you? Or maybe you didn't grow up with your parents, maybe your grandparents, or whatever caretaker. That the school at which you studied or the people with whom you grew up ever discuss love and what it means, what it takes, and what it demands of you and from you. Because yes, love is very demanding. Love is not a feeling. It is an action. And so I'm very grateful for the French philosophers, especially Camus, Jean-Paul Sartre, Baudelaire, so many of them that really opened me up to different ways of looking at life, from the existentialism of view of life, to Voltaire, to Jean-Jacques Rousseau, who reminded me that life can be found only in nature and only when we ourselves become a fully participating part of nature. If we think we are above the rest of nature, if we think we're separate from nature, we have not known nor experienced love and never will. We are an energy ball of love, and we only experience it when we eat, think, sleep, live as part of nature. And that's when we come into the presence of love. So I'm going to put something up on the screen by Khalid Gibran. If your heart is a volcano, how shall you expect flowers to bloom? So if you're carrying around a lot of pain, anguish, anger, resentment towards those that hurt you, or the experiences of your life that you feel you have a need to blame someone for, the flower in you, the flower that you are, will never bloom and blossom because you're a volcano about to explode all the time. How do you change that? By changing your belief systems about yourself, by being in nature, by making sure that you acknowledge your anger. Sonia Parker said, temporary anger is okay, but permanent anger will make you bitter and ruin your chance at happiness. I say will ruin your chance to discover the magnificent flower that you are. And here's Thich Nhat Hanh, one of my teachers I was very fortunate to study with, said, I would not look upon anger as something foreign to me that I have to fight. I have to deal with my anger with care, with love, with tenderness, with nonviolence. And so I call upon you today to be mindful of how much love you've blocked in your life by igniting the anger and keep the many ways you feed it, whether by what you feed your own cells in your body, by being very dehydrated, because a dehydrated brain is an angry brain, by harping on things which happened so long ago that you've even forgotten most of it, but you hung on to the sensation and the feelings behind them or instilled within them. So I'm going to read to you today some of Khalil Gibran's quotes. And why am I reading this particular one? Because when I read The Prophet, there are two writings that stood out for me and have guided my life. And one was on children. A lot of people think that children belong to us and that we're here only because these children are ours to take care of and to pass on or seed and to pass on whatever it is we did not live out, that they are here and that's their responsibility to do that. But I say that's not so. Children are not ours. I remember the first time I read this by Khalil Gibran when he said, "Your children are not your children." I was a teenager. Now, boy, did that ever strike a chord with me. He said, "They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts." If you wish to be in a place of love, the most loving thing you can do for your children is to listen to them and listen to their thoughts. Do not be so focused on talking at them that you forget about listening to them, because love only exists in action. If you find yourself lecturing your children, stop and ask them to talk to you and tell them to tell you their story. Listen to their story and how they phrase it. Don't interrupt them. Don't correct them. Just listen. Have you ever asked your child, "Tell me your story"? Please tell me your story. It's one of the most loving things we can do to any child. Try that with a child, whether you're a parent or not. Just ask a child, "Tell me your story," and then sit and simply listen. Practice deep listening with that child. You will start practicing love. You'll start understanding what love is. And here I'm going to now read from Khalil Gibran on love. Please listen, and please open your heart. Physically open your heart and energetically open it when you listen to this. And this is what he said. "When love beckons to you, follow him. Though his ways are hard and steep, and when his wings enfold you, yield to him," meaning yield to love. "Though the sword hidden among his pinions may wound you, because love will wound you, because it demands that you let go of all the stories you've told yourself about yourself. And when he speaks to you, believe in him. Though his voice, love's voice, may shatter your dreams as the north wind lays waste the garden. For even as love crowns you, so shall he crucify you." You have to die to all the hatred and the self-hatred within yourself to practice love. Even as he is for your growth, so he is for your pruning. Even as he ascends to your height and caresses your tenderest branches that quiver in the sun, so shall he descend to your roots and shake them in their clinging to the earth. See, I know this poem by heart because I grew up with this as my mantra. Like sheaves of corn, love gathers you unto himself. He threshes you to make you naked. He sifts you to free you from your husks. He grinds you to whiteness. He kneads you until you are pliant. And then he assigns you to his sacred fire, that he or you may become sacred bread for God's sacred feast. All these things shall love do unto you, that you may know the secrets of your heart. How many of us can say we know the secrets of our heart because we have spent time in our hearts listening to them? And in that knowledge, in the secrets of your heart, become a fragment of life's heart. But if in your fear you would seek only love's peace and love's pleasure, then it is better for you that you cover your nakedness and pass out of love's threshing floor into the seasonless world, where you shall laugh, but not all your laughter, where you shall weep, but not all your tears. Love gives naught but itself, and takes naught but from itself. Love possesses not, nor would it be possessed. For love is sufficient unto love. When you love, you should not say, God is in my heart, but rather, I'm in the heart of God. And think not you can direct the course of love, for love, if it finds you worthy, directs your course. So in other words, it's not controlling, nor can you control love. Love has no other desire but to fulfill itself. But if you love and must needs have desires, let these be your desires: to melt and to be like a running brook that sings its melody to the night, to know the pain of too much tenderness, to be wounded by your own understanding of love, and to bleed willingly and joyfully, to wake at dawn with a winged heart and give thanks for another day of loving. When last did you give thanks for another day of loving? I continue with Khalid Gibran: to rest at the noon hour and meditate love's ecstasy, to return home at eventide with gratitude, and then to sleep with a prayer for the beloved, which is you, in your heart, and a song of praise upon your lips. I invite you to join me here Monday to Fridays at this time, the same platform. And please comment below. Let me know how love expresses itself in your heart. And know that if you feel like controlling someone, that is not love. Because love is not controlling, it frees us up. I so look forward to redefining love with you. I'd like to hear your own views on this, your own experiences, your own take on your own life, your own story, and where love fits into it. So until next time, I look forward to more of these elegantly raw tete-a-tetes with you. Until then, be love, speak love, know love,